Hello everyone and welcome to RcHelpDotCom. I'm Tony and today we're going to be talking about the DX9. Now in the last video I showed you guys how to update your firmware. It's really easy and quite honestly they want you to update your firmware as soon as you get the radio. That's why it keeps throwing all the warnings up there. In this video we're going to go in and I'm going to show you how to set it up and personalize it to you. How to put your name in there. I'm going to show you how to adjust the backlight and how bright it is, how to adjust the contrast. Just all these different settings that you can do to make this radio yours. In the future videos, we're going to go in and we're going to show you how to not only bind, but how to set up a helicopter, how to set up an airplane, and then we're going to get into some of the more advanced setups as, dual rate, expo, stuff like that. So in this video, we're just going to go in and I'm going to show you guys how to make this radio your own. So let's dive up close and let's get to it. Alright guys, so here's the radio without it being turned on. What we're going to do is basically just turn it on, and you may get a warning when you turn yours on for the first time, but mine, obviously you have the Spectrum logo, and it's going to go straight to the model that you have selected before. On yours is, I think, is an Acro. It's just it's a generic profile. Alright, from here, all we're going to do, we're going to click the button, we're going to scroll all the way down to the second to the last one, System Setup, click into it. It's going to ask you if you're sure, because it's going to turn off the radio. Click yes, and it's going to go into System Setup menu. Alright, once in here, there are so many things that you can do in here, and we're going to get into these in later videos. You want to scroll down to System Settings. Now in here, you got your username. You can go in and you can set your username. Now your username, you can use up to 20 characters on this. Look at this. You can go all the way over to there. As you can see, I've already got mine, but it's as simple as clicking and then just going through all your usual letters, numbers, and symbols. We'll back out of that. Contrast. I have mine on 10. It's kind of low. Right there is 0 contrast. You can still barely see it, especially if you get it like a steep angle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it goes all the way up to 20. And that right there is as dark as it can get, which is kind of ugly. Go ahead and back that back down to 10, which is 50%. Alright, here's your backlight. This is how long your backlight's going to be on. You can do off, on, 3, 10, 20, 30, 45, and 60. That's how long you can actually keep it on. I like mine on 30. That's a pretty good number. It's a lot better than that 10 seconds on the DX8, and I think it was 10 seconds. And then here you have basically the backlight intensity. You can turn it all the way down to 10%, which, it's still on if I can kind of block the lights and everything, or you can go all the way up to 100%, which I don't really need 100%, so I always keep it on 50. Mode 2, this is going to depend on you guys. My throttle's over here. If your throttle's over here, you're probably on mode 1. I don't know anybody that uses mode 3 and 4, so if you do, it can do it. There's mode 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, here we can set the battery that we're using. The batteries you can use are nickel metal hydride, lithium polymer, and lithium ion. We're using a lithium ion because that's what came in this radio. And then obviously your alarm, you want to set that for whichever battery you're using. As you can see, when I selected metal hydride, it went to 4.3. Lithium polymer, 6.4. Same thing with lithium ion. Now here you can adjust how low you want your radio to get. And 8.3 volts, really? The default on this is all the way down at 6.4 volts. Then you got your language: English, Dutch, French, Spanish, Italian, and that's it. Right on. They've actually got quite a few languages in here now. You cannot select your region. It skips right over it. On the DX8, you could select, I think it was France, Europe, and the US. And then your inactivity alarm, you can enable it, or inhibit it, sorry. 5 minute, 10 minute, you can go all the way up to an hour. I like 10 minutes, again, good round number. Alright, go to next. This right here, just some extra settings, system sounds. Alright, in here we've got all of our sound settings. As you can see, the only one I have turned off is the roller sounds. And let me tell you why. When you're in there and you're adjusting things, you're adjusting your gyro rate, or you're setting up your pitch and throttle curves, the last thing your wife wants to hear is this sound. That gets really annoying really fast, and it's pretty loud. And there is a way to turn this down, and I'm going to show you that next. So just go in here, find out which ones you want to turn down, and turn them down if you want to. So, you know, just come in here and take a look. The timer sounds, obviously the timer. Trim sounds, that's going to be these buttons here. Key click sounds, that's going to be whenever you click it, just like that. You know, that one's not too loud. And then your switch sounds. Now, like I say, this one's the only one that I've left off. So we're going to go ahead, back out of that. Go down here to the vibrator. You know, it gets real weak right there on 1. I like 5. That works. Alright, this right here on your trim tabs, you're going to have these boxes like this. And I'll go ahead and zoom in so you guys can see this a little bit better. Alright, the boxes, we can go in and we'll go all the way back. Just turn them off. Alright, you can turn it off. You can have the box within a box, obviously. You can have the arrow within a box. And then you can have an arrow on a line. Now, because I come from DX8, it was a box. And that's what I have it set to. Alright, volume controls. This right here will allow you to adjust the volume of all these things. You know, you can go in, you can adjust system, warning, timer, the expired timer, telemetry status, telemetry warnings, user event, flight mode, and I'm not sure what Vario is. Click next. Here's your inactivity. Now, I've actually been looking for this one because I had my radio sitting on the desk and Matt was sitting there, and all of a sudden it said airspeed, and I'm like, what?
Airspeed, distance.
Yeah, it just said airspeed. So what I need to do is I need to go in here and on the inactivity warning, and we'll go to system idle. All right, and then your low voltage, I don't know why it's on GPS distance. We'll go to low battery. So now,
system idle, transmitter low battery.
I have no clue why it's a European grill, but from what I hear, you can actually go in and download different voice files. Alright, so we'll go ahead and go back, hit list. Now we can go into next. Next is where your serial number is going to be, and I showed you this in the last video. Alright, next. Alright, and here's where you can calibrate your sticks. And I'm going to go ahead and back out so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Alright, hopefully you can still see the screen and the sticks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and I'm just going to run it around into a full circle. As you can see, that one went to OK. Alright, go ahead, center the stick. That one went to OK. Go ahead and do this one. That one went to OK. We let it go. That one went to OK. Alright, sliders. The sliders are the what was just making that noise. They're back here on each side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way left, right, and then opposite, and then go back, center it, and center it. We got OK on both of those. Then up here, you have your knob. I'm going to turn that knob all the way right, all the way left, and then center. Now I have OK on all of them, as you can see here. And now you can select save.
Warning, throttle high.
Alright, it always gives you a warning if your throttle's up. Now, it just turns the radio back on. Your setup's complete. This radio is now yours. You now have your name down here. Right here is how long this radio has been on. You got the flight mode, which I have hold.
Normal mode.
Normal.
Stunt 1. Stunt 2.
Yeah.
Normal mode. Hold mode.
Yeah, if I'm doing stunts, I'm going into the ground. And obviously your battery. This is your model number, and then what you're bound to, which I'm DSM2. Get back on here. If you scroll one to the right, you've got your monitor menu, and you know you can go in here and kind of play with that and make sure your sticks are doing what they're supposed to do. Alright guys, so there you go. You've got your radio set up and it's your very own now. You have your backlight intensity set, you have your contrast set, you have your name in there. Everything is set up for your radio for you. Now we're ready to start putting in models. In the next video, I'm going to show you just that. As always, if you have any questions on this radio, post them up. There's a link in the description. Just click on that link, come over and tell me what videos you want to see on this radio. I will try to get every single one of them up. I want to thank everyone for watching. Get your DX9 and go out and have some fun. We'll see you guys in the next video.